Here, the judges will look for the most authentic costume, originality, how the costume wears, and the appropriateness of the costume, as well as poise, appearance, grace, grooming, eye contact, posture, and carriage in the costume. Let's start with candidate number 1. Seth is a Muslim Singil prince. The Singil is a common royal dance originating from Mindanao. The Singil narrates the story of a princess who gets caught in the middle of the forest during an earthquake caused by the Diwatas. In the climax of the story, the prince saves the princess. Seth's shield represents salvation, protection, and love, while the sword represents strength and courage. Seth's royal blue and gold attire embodies mysticism and loyalty. Ladies and gentlemen, candidate number 1, Seth Antonio.
Candidate number 2. Filipino Muslims are known for their mysticism, royalty, and beauty, which is evident in their music and dances. Filipino Muslim dance is marked by intricate hand and arm movements along with shimmering costumes. Alyssa is portraying the princess's umbrella-bearing attendant, who dances a solo dance called a Sikh, which usually precedes a performance of Singil. During the performance, the servant holds a beautifully decorated umbrella over the princess's head while they dance and weave through crisscross bamboo sticks.
Which is a loose cotton shirt with either short or long sleeves and a round, open neck with 2 or 3 buttons down the chest. Jaden's outfit is the stereotypical work clothing of the Filipino farmer or fisherman due to its wide availability and low cost. Jaden is holding an oud-like instrument that is played in the barrios. In Ilocano, the instrument is called kutibe. 5 decades ago, most of the Philippine countryside at night was without electric power and hence dark. One can hear them in the stillness of the night amidst the majestic sparkle of fireflies, the beautiful sounds echoed by this cute instrument. After a long day's work, Jaden is ready to woo the girls with the harana. Ladies and gentlemen, candidate number 3, Jaden Canolio.
Candidate number 4. Representing the Kalinga tribe from the northern mountains, Malaya is wearing a lufid, a large, rectangular, hand-woven coarse cloth decorated principally with colored stripes of various designs that is usually tied at the waist. Her upper body is covered with a blouse, also from woven material, which is cut very simply to accommodate the arms and the neck. The native beads, or bomol, usually adorns the woman's upper body. The weight and amount of beads in the bumol indicate the status of the woman. Malaya's costume comes from the dance of banga, which is a clay pot used for fetching water. Banga is a dance that showcases the Kalinga women's grace, endurance, and strength as they balance clay pots on their head, carrying the water for the tribe while toddling through rice paddies and mountain paths, which is a daily routine to fetch water from the mountain springs. On top of Malaya's head is a coiled piece called a hikon that is made from a straw plant, ligis, to help support carrying the banga. A young girl would start with only one pot, and with time and experience, pots can be stacked as high as 5 or 6. Balancing more pots not only allows a Kalinga maiden to provide more water for her family in one trip, but it allows her to stand out amongst the other women of that area. Ladies and gentlemen, candidate number 4, Malaya Pinoyar. Ladies and gentlemen, your Tiny Tot candidates in meeting. Thank you again, candidates. Weren't they all such beautiful costumes?
While the candidates prepare the talent portion, let's welcome our 2015 Tiny Tot King, Brandon Kua, singing Chivalry's Dead.
Girl, just let your hair down. Let's make the whole town. Life is our playground, yeah. But I'm not a kid no more, so I must open doors and make you feel like the lady you are. My mama raised me to be classy, not flashy. I'm happy to please you. Though I can tell it's not what you're used to. And they say chivalry is dead, dead, dead. Let a real man pick up the stack and treat you with respect. Yeah, and you don't have to love me, love me, love me. You don't have to love me, love me, love me. My hand and let me be your man. Though that's not what you're used to. And they say chivalry is dead, dead, dead. Let a real man pick up the slack and treat you with respect. Yeah.
So first off, introducing this year's Philippine Weekend Grand Marshal, Bert Delarmente. Bert Delarmente, a local barber for most of the last 34 years, is going to have to attend Philippine Weekend activities this year. He's the choice of Philippine Weekend directors as this year's Grand Marshal. In the past, Delarmente, age 71, said he was busy working during the festival and has worked 6 and sometimes 7 days a week for many years. He left the Philippines and arrived in San Francisco at age 11 in 1956. Bert says he dropped out of high school and came to Delano to work in the fields. In 1965, at age 20, he lived in a camp and has been ever since. Delarmente credits his wife Anna of 49 years with encouraging him to become a barber to move out of fieldwork. He attended San Francisco Moeller Barber College, graduating in 1982. He says he began as a barber at Johnny's Barbershop, where he worked for 7 years. I learned a lot from my customers and especially from Johnny. He was a role model. I learned how the business functions. In 1989, Bert took over the Arroyo's Barbershop in Delano's Chinatown area, but moved from there when the area was taken over by the city. In July 2000, he moved into his current location at 10th Avenue and Jefferson Street. Bert, since his arrival with his parents in San Francisco, has maintained his allegiance to the city's Giants and 49ers, both his teams, of course. Bert said that in 1965, he was one of the original strikers with the union and joined AWOC, affiliated with the AFL-CIO. He led the Filipinos to strike in 1965. I wanted to help the workers have a better life and better working conditions. With the AWOC and FFWA merged, we were successful and had our first union in 1970. When that contract expired in 1973, we went on strike again. Cesar Chavez decided to send the strikers all over the country. My wife Ann and I were assigned to the New York area to boycott and picket the chain stores, etc. We were there for almost a year. In fact, Diana, my daughter, was born there. When asked about his selection as Grand Marshal, he remarked, "I was overwhelmed with excitement and very surprised. I never expected this." He was voted 2015 Delano Record Award winner for the best barbershop in town. When Delano had bowling alleys, he used to enjoy bowling. His free time is limited, he says. Bert has a brother, Ernesto, living in Delano, sister Clarita Jerumi in Fairfield, and relatives in Roseville and Las Vegas. He and his wife have a daughter, Brenda, living in Taft, son Bert Jr. in Visalia, and living in Delano are children Olga, Teresa, Remy, and Diana. The Delarmentes have 22 grandchildren and 10 great-grandchildren. So once again, our Grand Marshal, Bert Delarmente. And if we could please ask Bert to stand tonight, he's here.
So now we're going to move on to the Mabuhay Award. Chester Longboy was born and raised in Delano, California, all 38 years of his life. He's the son of Belen Casimiro and the late Ben Longboy. He attended Terrace School Kindergarten to 5th grade, Albany School for 6th grade, Cecil Avenue Middle School for 7th and 8th grade, and Delano High School, where he received his high school diploma. In high school, he was involved with the United Filipinos organization, and since becoming a business owner, he's become involved with the Harvest Holidays and, of course, Philippine Weekend. Chester has been a local entrepreneur in Kern County for 18 years now. In 1998 to 2006, he was the owner of the Chester Longboy Farm Labor Contracting, and in 2006 to 2015, he was the president of Longboy Labor Contracting, Inc. For 2003 to 2004, he was a partner of Manong Jay's Filipino Restaurant, a partner of Rapture Apparel in 2005 to 2007, and a partner for LG Industries in 2011 to 2016. Currently, he is the president of Longboy Inc., DBA AgWorks, president of the Athletic Nutrition Center, president of Wireless Unlimited LLC, and current partner of the Unique Smog and Auto. In 2014, Chester was recognized and received the Entrepreneur Small Business of the Year Award from the Delano Chamber of Commerce. He's donated to survivors of the tragic Philippines typhoon, the Filipino community, and Philippine Weekend organization. Chester attends Philippine Weekend every year since he was a little boy. He donates financially every year for the Philippine Weekend Parade and also partakes in pulling the Mr. and Mrs. Philippine Weekend float as well. Chester loves that Delano is a very tight-knit community. The families that live in this great community are all intertwined with each other. We may meet someone in this town and not know who they are, but it's almost a guarantee that we know someone in their family. As time changes, he wishes that Delano and its residents continue to remain as close-knit to support the local endeavors of their neighbors and to watch out for one another. Chester would like to thank his parents, Crystal and their baby girl Nevaeh, family and friends that have supported him, and last but not least, a huge thank you to Philippine Weekend for this year's Mabuhay Award.